And okay, Donald has posted the text for the remaining ways, so we're going to go over those now. No art, so I'm not going to do a separate video just to show off the art. Sorry. If you want to see it, I'm sure you can find it. Unless you're watching this like immediately after I post it, it'll be up soon enough. Anyway, apologies about the art, but I didn't want to wait that long. Let's talk about these. So, Way of the Camel, it's a way. Duh. It says exile a gold from the supply. Yeah. What decks want to turn actions into gold gainers that don't actually gain golds until you gain a gold? It's got to be money decks, right? How good is it in money decks? It's got to be not that good because you need to hit 6 to get the gold, and then you get another one, which is great. Well, great for a money deck. If you're hitting 6 anyway, then you're very happy to get a second gold, probably. Um, I don't know. I don't think it seems that strong in general. I guess, you know what? Decks that are drawing themselves can afford to turn their something into a gold gainer. Well, they have to, I was going to say, and then they draw and gain and play, but, you have to gain a gold otherwise anyway. So I don't think it's that great for those decks. I mean, maybe sometimes it is efficient. If you have a lot of excess actions, you can like exile a few golds and then buy one, and then it's like a build your own janky windfall. I don't know. I still think it's going to be more impactful in money decks, but still not very good in them. Let's move on. Way the Frog. Way of the Frog says +1 action. When you discard this from play this turn, put it onto your deck. So you basically scheme the thing, but it doesn't draw you a card like Scheme does. Uh-huh. Well, that doesn't seem very good. I mean, if you're overdrawing and then you can stow whatever you have left to give yourself reliability for next turn. But I wouldn't think you'd want to stow much very off. I mean, maybe it's like you're overdrawing by 1 and you have an extra village and you stow the village. That's probably pretty reasonable. Otherwise, well, I guess the other big use for it, right? It's +1 action. So the other big use for it is just terminal collision. Um, it anti-cycles you, so it's still not as good as them not colliding. But if you can open terminal, then it makes them colliding a lot less bad. Also, like Urchin, if you need to line things up, um, this can help you with that a little bit. Again, it's still not as good as lining them up naturally because it anti-cycles you. Because you just playing a card and then sticking it on top of your deck means you've drawn one fewer other card that you would have drawn last turn. It's not like saving it. Let's move on. Way the Goat. Trash a card from your hand. Hey, Trade Route's back. The ability to turn anything into Trade Route is kind of, I mean, it's not Trade Route. It doesn't give the buy and it doesn't give money. Not that Trade Route often gives much in terms of money. Um, but it's lacking the buy of Trade Route. So it's not Trade Route. I'm just joking because it's terminal to trash one card from your hand, which is not good. But terminal trash a card from your hand is situationally okay. So I don't think you're gonna plan around using this very much. But the ability to have it come up where as a situation you can trim a card or two or get rid of the last card or two. If you have some trashers that aren't very good at um, like trashing the last cards because they trash from your deck rather than from your hand. So like Lookout um, or Doctor, something like that. Then this could help clean you up without needing to get a card as bad as Trade Route. You could just use whatever you've got lying around to get rid of the last couple of pieces of junk. Um, or if it's the only trashing, sometimes you're going to do it a bit. doesn't seem that strong overall, but on all of these, the optionality is potentially the strongest thing. Let's move on to Way of the Monkey. It's plus a buy, plus a money. Yeah, plus buy. Your plus buy needs are solved. What can I say? Herbalist is very sad. Herbalist is very sad. Herbalist can put treasure cards on top of your deck, which is not very often very useful. This can't do that, but I don't know what the connection is between monkeys and herbalists, but there you go. Terminal plus a buy plus a money is not very good, but like the ability to do this if your other plus buy options aren't good. First of all, if it's the only plus buy on the board, boom. People sometimes hunt for ruined markets. You don't have to hunt for it. You don't have to buy it. This is, I mean, like way better than that. But whatever. Yeah, if there's other buy, the other buy is likely a lot more efficient. You're gonna prefer it. So, but this can give you more buys. If you need more buys, it can let you get a lot of buys at once if that's gonna help you pile out or something. Say with Wayfarer. Let's move on to Way of the Mule. It's a way that turns your action into plus an action plus a money. It's basically the action version of a copper, which is mostly good if you have too many terminals. Again, this is slightly helps in terms of terminal collision. Um, yeah, I it it lets you slightly over terminal. I mean, what more is there to say? You get some amount of value. You get the money. You can play the thing. Helpful for draw to X maybe, and helpful for cards that become just really garbage or obsolete. So like after you've trashed your chapel or something, better to be a copper than a chapel. Copper that you can play in your action phase, no less. Way of the Otter. Way of the Otter says plus two cards. This is potentially very strong if you have a source of enough plus action. You have villages or something. Boom, there you go. If you have recruiter to get you a lot of villagers, or if you have champion to get you like infinite actions, then basically you just need actions in your deck, and you can just draw. Um, the optionality to have a little bit of draw at some points, like you're gonna want village for this to be good mostly, but like you're gonna want village for a lot of things to be good. That's not uncommon, and I mean you could pick your spots as well for plus two cards. Plus two cards is a lot better than some action cards that you might find in your deck. So it's something. Um, let's move on to the most interesting one, Way of the Worm. And what that does is exile an estate from the supply. Uh, yeah, so that's interesting. You need to be aware of that, I think, a lot for pileouts. You're not going to use this early in the game very much, probably. Maybe there's some weird edge cases there. But watch out for pileouts is the big thing, I think. Watch out. So Wild Hunt, there's a few cards that specifically care about estates. So Wild Hunt, you want to be able to gain an estate um, because once they're gone, you don't get the VP from your Wild Hunts. So you can try to undercut somebody from Wild Hunt stuff by playing Way of the Worm or by playing your actions using the Way of the Worm. So that's something. Also, you just play a lot of these. Boom, 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 boom. Exile a bunch of estates, gain an estate or two. You've emptied out that pile. And you can, take the estates into your deck or probably not take them into your deck as need be. It's just a way to score a point. If you don't have anything else you're doing, you effectively score a point. It does lower the pile, but that's probably fine. Scoring a point, it's like a VP chip, but it lowers, it's salt the earth on a state. It's very similar. Very similar. Um, yeah, I mean, sometimes just, getting a few extra points is nice. If you weren't doing anything else with your action anyway. Obviously, they're going to run out at some point, and then this does nothing. What else? I would say Triumph, but obviously you're not actually gaining them if you're exiling them, even if you're discarding them, so it doesn't really work with Triumph. but you can undercut Triumph by, again, getting rid of enough estates. Inheritance. Yeah, inheritance is the one that you're actually going to want to get them out of exile for. It's probably the only one that you're going to do it for often. Although maybe occasionally with crossroads or shepherds, you'd also want to do it. But inheritance, yeah, you can use this to help you get the extra estates. With shepherd, because of the pasture, doing it for points is worth kind of like double points because you get two, you get one, and then the pasture's worth an extra one. So um, that's like turn any action into just +2 VP chips until the estates run out. That's something. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I like it. Um, None of these seem like incredibly strong. The optionality seems very good. Way the Otter might be very strong in some cases because you just need villages and you just go. You can draw. Um, Apart from that, I don't know. Maybe there's some combos with Way of the Frog that are particularly good. You let me know in the comments if I've missed anything. Combos or special interactions, sweet things. This has been short, but uh, these are supposedly the vanilla ones, and they kind of feel that way. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This will do it for our Dominion Menagerie preview. Whatever the next Menagerie content you see from me will probably be me playing some games with some Menagerie card-shaped things in them. Don't know when that'll happen. Probably be a while before you see many of them, at least. But you never know. So keep your eye out. Thanks for watching.